the guardian of integrity. In a quiet forest village where sunlight danced through the canopy and the air was filled with the melodies of chirping birds, there existed a humble burrow beneath the roots of an ancient oak tree. This modest dwelling was home to a young fox named Jazz. His fur was scruffy, his meals small, but his heart overflowed with integrity. Known for his truthfulness and kindness, Jazz never lied or cheated, even when times were hard. One crisp morning, as the forest awoke with the golden hues of dawn, Jazz set out to gather firewood to warm his family's den. Venturing further than usual, he reached a secluded glade where the trees stood taller and the underbrush grew denser. As he foraged, his keen eyes caught a glint of something unusual beneath a pile of fallen leaves. Curious, Jazz brushed aside the foliage to reveal a narrow crevice in the earth. Peering into the darkness, he noticed a faint shimmer. Carefully widening the opening, he discovered a hidden chamber containing an old chest. The chest, adorned with intricate carvings of forest scenes, was secured with a latch that had long since rusted away. With a gentle nudge, the lid creaked open, revealing a trove of dazzling treasures: gold acorns, sparkling gemstones, and scrolls sealed with the emblem of the King Lion, the noble ruler of the forest realm. Jazz's heart pounded. Such wealth could transform his family's life, providing comfort and security they had never known. As Jazz looked at the treasure, many thoughts rushed through his head. It was very tempting to take it, but he remembered the rule of the forest. Any treasure found must be brought to King Lion. The rule was clear, and Jazz knew what he had to do. He closed the treasure chest, covered it with twigs and leaves, and placed a special stone on top so he could find it later. Then he hurried off to King Lion's court, doing what he knew was right. At the court, animals from all over the forest had gathered. Wise owls sat on high beams, gentle deer stood nearby. Elephants and bears waited calmly, and squirrels whispered excitedly. Jazz walked up to the front and spoke clearly, telling King Lion everything he had found. The king, a strong and kind lion with a big golden mane, listened carefully. His eyes showed wisdom and kindness as he looked at Jazz. When Jazz finished speaking, King Lion turned to speak to everyone in the room. "Let us verify this claim," he declared. "If true, this young fox's honesty shall be rewarded." A group of animals, including the wise old owl who didn't fully believe Jazz, and a proud stag, went to the place Jazz had described. They found the chest hidden under the leaves, just as Jazz had said. Nothing inside had been taken. The owl put on his little glasses, looked closely at the special royal marks on the chest, and gave a big nod. He now believed Jazz had told the truth. They came back and reported what they found to the king. Back at the court, King Lion smiled and praised Jazz for being honest. "You did the right thing," he said kindly. "We are proud of you." Then he gave Jazz a small bag of shiny golden acorns as a thank you gift. Jazz took the pouch and bowed respectfully. "Your Majesty, I accept your gift. In your honor, however, with all due respect, I would like to return it as well." A hush fell over the court. "I'm expected to be honest," Jazz continued. "If I take a reward for doing the right thing, it might feel like I was only honest to get this reward. That's not the kind of person I want to be." The king, moved by Jazz's humility, rose from his throne and said, "Then let your honesty serve the entire kingdom," he announced in his thundering voice. "From this day forward, you shall oversee the realm's financial affairs, ensuring fairness and transparency for all." Jazz took on his new job with care and hard work. He spent his days keeping track of supplies, helping others make fair choices, and making sure every animal got what they needed. Even with all the new duties, Jazz stayed the same kind and humble fox, always guided by the good values he believed in. His family, once burdened by scarcity, now lived comfortably. Yet Jazz never sought luxury, choosing instead to support community projects and assist those in need. His actions inspired others, fostering a culture of honesty and compassion throughout the forest. The king was pleased. he knew that with leaders like Jazz, the forest's future was incapable pause. Moral of the story is, true honesty needs no reward.